What if I told you Samsung's next flagship might end up looking more like an iPhone than a Galaxy? Sounds crazy, right? The Galaxy S26 Edge is bringing back something bold, and it could either make this phone the most loved Galaxy ever or spark one of the biggest debates Samsung fans have seen in years. Stick with me because the twists don't stop with the design, and trust me, you'll want to hear all of this right to the end. So Samsung's gearing up for its next big flagship family. We're talking about three models this time around: the Galaxy S26 Pro, the Galaxy S26 Edge, and of course the Galaxy S26 Ultra. The Pro is like the entry point, solid, reliable, and compact. The Ultra is the powerhouse, the one with the S Pen and those jaw-dropping camera specs. But the Edge, that's the one turning heads this year, because it's not just an update, it's a whole new look. Instead of those floating lenses we've gotten used to over the past few years, the S26 Edge is rocking a camera island that stretches all the way across the back. The moment you see it, you'll probably think of Apple's upcoming iPhone 17 series. And yeah, the resemblance is real. But here's the twist: Samsung isn't just copying. The Edge's island has its own personality. It only houses two cameras and a flash, with this layered bump that makes the whole thing look chunkier than it actually is. It's a clever little illusion. On paper, Samsung gets to call it one of the thinnest phones ever, but in your hand, you might feel something very different. So here's a question for you. Would you trade a bigger camera bump for a thinner body? Or do you prefer the balance Samsung used before? Around the front, the Edge sticks to what works. Slim bezels, a flat display, punch-hole selfie camera, rounded corners, and flat sides that make it feel sleek and modern. Nothing wild, but very polished. The renders show it in white for now, which looks sharp, but you know Samsung. There will be black, probably a bold blue, maybe even a titanium or gold version. Imagine holding that white version, though clean, futuristic, almost minimalistic in a way. The kind of phone you'd want to show off without a case. But let's move to something even more interesting. Wireless charging has been one of those hit-or-miss features for years. Sometimes it's too slow, sometimes your phone slides off the pad, sometimes you have to buy weird magnetic cases just to make it work right. Well, Samsung is finally fixing that. The entire Galaxy S26 family is rumored to ship with magnetic charging built in. That means magnets under the back glass that snap your phone into place on a charger, a car mount, or even a magnetic wallet. No extra cases, no fiddling with alignment, just snap and charge. And we're talking up to 25-watt wireless charging out of the box. It's not revolutionary Google's Pixel 10 and Apple's iPhone 17, both getting it, but it means Galaxy owners won't be left out anymore. It also makes that whole ultra-thin design story a lot more believable, because you're not giving up convenience to get it. Now let's talk lineup. Samsung seems to be simplifying things. No more Plus version floating around, just Pro, Edge, and Ultra. Simple. The Pro will likely come with a 6.2-inch display and around a 4,300 mAh battery. The Edge sits a little slimmer, probably closer to 4,200, but it makes up for it with style. And the Ultra, well, that's still the king, with its S Pen, curved display, and that rumored 200-megapixel camera. The naming feels cleaner, the roles are clearer, and the choices make more sense. But let's be honest here, phones keep getting thinner and thinner, and the trade-off almost always lands on battery life. Sure, Samsung will tell us the S26 Edge is incredibly slim, futuristic even, but if you're recharging twice a day, was it worth shaving off half a millimeter? That's the real question. Do we want thinner, sexier phones if it means worse endurance? Or do we prefer a slightly chunkier device that lasts all day without anxiety? Personally, I think that debate is just getting started. Under the hood, of course, Samsung isn't slowing down. Expect the next generation Snapdragon chip in most markets, Exynos in a few. Faster performance, smoother graphics, smarter camera processing, and hopefully better efficiency to balance out the slimmer frame. As for cameras, even with just two on the back. The Edge should deliver sharp daylight photos, stronger low-light performance, and video that competes head-on with Apple's cinematic quality. Samsung always finds a way to squeeze out more from less, and this year won't be different. So here's where we land. The Galaxy S26 Edge is bold. The design is risky, the magnets are exciting, and the lineup feels cleaner than before. But whether you love the wide camera island or think it looks too much like an iPhone, one thing's for sure. Samsung is setting up for a serious battle in 2025. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think of this camera island? Is it bold and fresh, or does it feel like Samsung is playing it to safe by following Apple's lead? And would you actually want a thinner phone if it means living with less battery? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I'd love to hear them. And if you've stuck around to the end, thank you. You're the reason I keep doing this. For more honest takes on the tech we use every day, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss what's next. Until then, take care and maybe keep a charger close by just in case.